So we are going to wait till everyone joins. Meanwhile, Lakshmi, can you tell us why did you pursue psychology?
Um, this actually, I was interested in solving other people's problem. I was patient enough to hear other people's problems, so I thought like this would be my like best career option, and I'm quite talkative also. So I thought this would be the best option to go about it. And psychology is something like I love to. Unfortunately, I was not able to land up as a psychiatrist, and I love to read people's brain, the mind process, how it works. So what is their mentality, why this person is doing this. So those kind of things actually made me to go through this particular field. So that is the main interest which landed me into this profession.
Interesting. Asa, why did you do psychology?
So, honestly speaking, I was very passionate about pursuing something on the criminal side and the clinical psychology. But it's like, as and when I got deeper into this, I just knew that I'm not that strong willed, to deal with, like the patients who are having such severe, means like the difficulties. So, I just like eventually then chose another career, and then I landed up doing industrial psychology.
How was your experience with psychology though, as a field?
So, psychology has really helped me to basically like understand people, understand why they behave in a certain way, also their reasons of being the way they are. So it's really helped me grow as a person too.
Absolutely, absolutely. And to everyone who is here, are you all from a psychology background? Are you not from the psychology background? What is it? Anyone?
Can we have some responses in the public chat?
Okay, never mind. I think, once they start talking, um, we'll have them all type. Asthan, I welcome you all from Bombay. Lakshmi, where are you from? Where are you welcoming
I am
people
in.
from?
I'm welcoming all from Vizag.
Oh, hi Nisha. Hi. Oh wow, that's great. When you say psychology background, can you tell us a little more about it? Hi Pooja, what do you do?
Do we have anyone from abroad? Is there anyone who's probably seeing a career going abroad, studying further? We have multiple people typing.
Yeah, I'm just looking at that. That's great, Pooja. How is the graduation coming along? Oh wow, Madhuri, that's great. So, at my tutorials, I think we're focusing a major focus on psychology. There are, of course, other subjects that we are focusing on, but we are very glad that you all have joined us today on this platform. So, do check out the website to get more, you know, to understand what exactly we do at my tutorials. Of course, Asta and I will be walking you through it. Asta, would you like to add something?
So we are basically offering counseling services. At the same time, if you want to learn any course for psychology, we do have a lot of tutors on our platform who would be ready to help you at any time. And we also have an exam repository, which is basically exam preparation material for undergraduate psychology courses in India. So, anyone who's willing to have any notes or any guidance or any courses for psychology, please do contact us, and we'll be like absolutely uh, like it'll be our pleasure to help you guys be a part of us.
So glad to see that you guys are going to be pursuing further studies, and I think this is a field which, no matter how many degrees you take, are going to be enough with the kind of um, upgradation that's happening, and just the fascination about the subject.
Absolutely. Learning
Um,
doesn't stop.
Clearly not. So any specifics, so to everyone who's written further studies, anything specific that you all are targeting, any specific subfield, or just for us to also get a better idea?
Excuse me, hello.
Yeah.
Am I audible to you?
Yes,
Yes.
Nisha, you are.
I want to ask that if I want to settle in abroad with the clinical thing, so how can I, what the procedure would?
I think can we wait to just get started with the presentation, and most of the doubts will be cleared. In any case, if they are not, so what you all can do is any questions that are still coming to your mind right now, please start typing so that we know. Um, anything specific that you would like us to address, we can do it as and when we come to that particular slide. Yeah, does that work, Nisha?
I want to know that if I'm studying psychology in India, so if there is there any chances to get us as a psychologist job in abroad?
So as I said, can we just just start by writing questions? We have one entire section devoted to qualifications required to practice as a psychologist. and I think we can discuss it then. So I'm really liking the questions already, and I can't wait for Lakshmi to answer them all for you. Hi, Sonali.
Hi, Sonali.
Any other questions? Start typing. So everyone who's joined in now, hello. I think we'll just wait for a few more minutes and let people join, and then we can begin. Is it better, Nisha? I think, yeah, I think you had gone offline, but now we're back. So everyone who is joining in now, can you please quickly introduce yourself? Where are you all from? What do you all do? Can you hear now, Ishika? So you're not able to hear our voice?
Can you refresh the page?
And I think next to the microphone button, there is a call button. So you can leave the audio and join it again if you can't hear. Hi Vivian. Hello from Bombay. Hope you are doing well. Asta, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
I can also hear you. Now just checking whether we can hear each other. Hello, hello, everyone.
Can you all hear us?
Hi, Mary.
Ishika, you're back. The problem is resolved.
Okay, ma'am.
Acha, better.
Okay. What is the problem, Nisha?
No problem. I think Dipra, you're pretty much on time. So everyone who has joined in now, we would like to know, and even from the people before, because I think we haven't yet received the reply, why did you all pick psychology as a field?
Ma'am, I want to know by psychology. I have picked psychology because I want to know that how people behave in a particular manner, in a particular problem, how they sort it. That's it. Like I have interest in it.
So,
Interesting.
what field of psychology are you seeing?
I am planning for clinical psychology.
Okay.
Very nice.
Good
Interesting.
to know. Yeah.
Great. So guys, I think people will start coming in, but I think we'll just get started. Yeah, stop.
Yeah. Shruti has said that she's interested in understanding the behavioral, social, and cognitive sides in a person. That's
Wow.
really interesting. I have already completed my master's in clinical psychology and would love to study in depth. So, how was your experience?
Oh yes, learning never stops. Can't agree more.
Nice.
So can we start? Yeah. Hello everyone. Hello to everyone who has joined in. Um, we're looking forward to knowing what intrigued you all to pursuing psychology, and I hope by the end of this webinar there's a clarity on how to move forward in this field. I think Asta is just going to walk you all through the basics, and then we can get started.
So, before we begin, I just have a set of instructions to give. So, today's session will be for a duration of 1 to 1.5 hours, and we request all the participants to be present throughout the session. You all will get your certificates on Monday. That is, if you are there throughout the session. All the participants are also requested to keep their microphones and their videos on mute and only speak when they are asked to. In case you have any question, you can type it out in the public chat below and we will take it at the end of the session. We'll also be giving feedback forms, so please fill the feedback forms for us. Also, the current virtual classroom platform that you are a part of, it needs to have a decent bandwidth for the smooth functioning throughout the session. So in case you have any technical glitch, you can just refresh the page, or you can try to log in again with the same link that has been provided to you, and you will be means like you will be like able to join the session again. Now, our speaker for today is Lakshmi Shankar, and I'll just give you a brief introduction about her. She is trained in psychological assessments and psychotherapy. She has experience in working with all age groups. She is also certified NLP, that is Neuro Linguistic Program Practitioner. And as a hypnotherapist, she has helped individuals in building confidence, understanding relationship, and overcome their internal conflicts. She has also applied for the EMDR, that is Eye Movement Desensitization and Reprocessing course from EMDR Asia, and has become a certified EMDR therapist. She strongly believes that clear and good mental health with an understanding about mental health issues and available guidance will lead to a better society and success in life for all. Welcome, Lakshmi. You may now take over.
Thanks, Asta. Good afternoon, all. So, can we start the session now? So we are going to I'm going to take you through careers in psychology. So can anybody tell me what is psychology? So if anyone knows what is psychology, they wanted to tell anything, just they can type it us.
Psychology is a study of a human mind and a behavior that we do in a particular manner and in a particular situation.
Yeah, it's very nice, Nisha. Anybody else?
It is a scientific study of human as well as animals' behavior.
Fantastic. Any more responses? Shruti Kate, psychology includes the study of conscious and unconscious phenomena as well as feeling and thoughts. Okay. It's a pure scientific study of human being. Pratima, can you hear my voice? Study of human mind, Nazim Begum. Fantastic. I have got enough responses. I've been overwhelmed with responses. To summarize, psychology is a study of human mind, its formation of human behavior and a mind process. It is a scientific study of both human and animal behavior. So basically, people think that psychotherapy is actually the meaning of psychology. But as you see, psychotherapy is just a part of a psychology. It's basically a small part of psychology. Roland, everybody can hear me? Thanks, Vishwa. Thanks. Thank you. So psychology is a scientific of human mind and behavior. As I said, Freud's psychoanalytical theory is not the actual meaning of psychology. It is a part of psychology. It's like a small piece of cake. You can say it is basically a small piece of cake. So, who are psychologists? Can anyone respond? Who are psychologists? Okay. Hamna, who has said specialized in studying human behavior and mental process. Kritika, who treat mental health illness. Develop theories. Okay. Okay, study of human mind and treating person. Have anybody heard that psychologists, people would say that psychologists are person who can see deep into your soul and can read your mind? Okay, there are people who say that psychologists are people who just look through your mind and they will say that they read their mind and they can say anything, whatever you actually go behind your mind. So, but they are not mind readers. Okay, they are just innovators. You can call them as innovators. They use new approaches. They use new contacts. They use their theories and research to help people to help people understand what is their problem. The treatment is basically focused on therapy and counseling rather than prescribing medicines. They have they also have an emotional, and they also have treat emotional and behavior issues. They have a lot of knowledge, and they do a lot of research. So psychologists is not mind readers as other people think. And if you see, there are between psychologists and psychiatrists also. So who is psychiatrists? Psychiatrists are medical doctors who undergo a medical course, and after finishing their MBBS, they do a 3 years of internship to become a psychiatrist. Whereas psychologists, they also do internship, but they train to administer tests, and they have, after their graduation, they become a psychologist. So, but one thing I have to say is psychologists and psychiatrists both work together hand in hand. And yeah, psychiatrists prescribe medicine, and psychologists prescribe medicines. And psychologist is one person who has to understand the medicine concept also, because while treating their patients, they have to know what exactly that medicine has, and they should know the side effect of the medicine. Even the psychiatrist should know what kind of treatment they have been going through. Exactly, Nazim. A psychologist cannot prescribe medicine. So we are moving on to the next slide. How to become a psychologist? Exactly. Yes, right, Shruti. They treat behavior unlike psychiatrists. So how to become a psychologist? After 10th plus 2, preferably with science group, and psychology should be one of the paper when they are passing out after their 12th. Then later on, they have to finish their BA or BSc in psychology degree. It doesn't stop there. So once you finish your BA or BSc, Shruti, can you see the slide now? Can anybody see the slide? Shruti, I think you can refresh it so that you can see the slide. Okay, so after finishing your bachelor degree or BSc degree, you won't become a psychologist. So you have to specialize. You have to do your post-graduation either in MA or MSc, either in clinical psychology, social work, or counseling psychology. If you're going to do MA clinical psychology, then you after that you have to do MPhil clinical psychology from registered RCI registered colleges. You have to register. You have to do it from the RCI registered college. After MPhil, then you have to register yourself with RCI to get license. Then only you'll become a clinical psychologist. So once you finish your MA, apart from clinical psychology, you can be called as a psychologist. Apart from clinical psychology, rest you can do a practice. So if you wanted to do research purposes, then you have to do your PhD in psychology. Then in order to become a research, in order to work in a research field. So there is one more course called PsyD, which basically a clinical psychologist. You finish your MA clinical psychology, you can pursue this course, which is equivalent to PhD course, which is again a 5-year course, and this is also has to be approved by RCI Council. So you want to know more about this, then you can go to the RCI Rehabilitation Council of India website. There they have listed the colleges which offer PsyD and MPhil in clinical psychology. So PsyD is a course where you have, once you finish your PsyD, it is the same like PhD course, which it's again purely into a testing, a practical, they generally give you a practical knowledge on psychology part. So how to become a psychiatrist? You have to pass your 10th with pure science background, where biology should be the main paper. You have to clear the NEET with required percentage given by the board, complete your MBBS, then do your MD in psychiatry, do your residentship, or you can do a diploma in psychiatry. So after this, you can become one of the psychiatrists. So there are subfields in psychiatry. When there are subfields in psychiatry, if you see what are the subfields in psychiatry, there's addiction psychiatry, adult psychiatry, or you have child and adolescent psychiatry, and everything has been listed in the slide. Psychiatry. So when a person is doing his MD, then he can take one of the subfield and he can proceed with the same. The same way, there are a lot of subfields in psychology also. There are colleges which offer a lot of specialization course which you selected during when you're doing your MA or MSc. So the subfield of psychology are clinical psychology, counseling, forensic, child psychology, industrial, sports, social, and criminal psychology. So how it is basically depends on your interest. You would be selecting the subfield. So if you're interested in working with a client who has a greater clinical and pathological problems like schizophrenia, bipolar, and you wanted to do a lot of testings, and if you wanted to do your MPhil, pursue your MPhil, and in that case, you can go for clinical psychology. Whereas counseling psychology, counseling psychology is something where people generally work with healthy people who has a less pathological problems like depression, anxiety problems, those kind of things. Then you can go for counseling psychology. But counseling psychology, career development, those things and all comes under counseling psychology. Child psychology is basically working with child, and you would be working with them. You would be working in schools, or you can even practice on your own. Basically, you would be finding out what is the development of the child, what is a problem. If there is a late development in the process, then a child psychologist will help the parent to develop whatever the problems, to solve the problems of a child. And industrial and organization psychology, this industrial and organization psychology is also called as occupational psychology. It is basically to study or analyze the human behavior in workplace. So you can see a lot of industrial and organization psychologists in a lot of industries. So they would help a person to find out whether this person would fit into the particular designation or not. If there is going to be a promotion or something, they would do a lot of tests to find out how their mental status is, how their mental ability is. So this would help them to find out how this person is basically fit into that particular place. Criminal psychology is again one of the course which has been offered in colleges. It's again a specialization. It is different from forensic psychology. Forensic psychology is a branch of psychology again. Okay, Shruti, Shruti and Nazim, I think I would answer your question later. Let me go through the slides. There is a question and answer session. That time I would try to answer all your doubts. Okay, so forensic psychology and criminal psychology is something which is different. Okay, forensic psychology is a branch of applied psychology which is basically work with the law. So have you guys heard about lie detectors and other stuff? So those things is being done by forensic psychologist. And criminal psychology is basically study which goes into why a person has committed crime. So I don't remember which soap and all, but there is one series where a person come in a black suit. He comes into a criminal crime site and he would try to find out why that happened. So it is like that, but in reality, it doesn't happen. So criminal psychologist won't go there, and by looking at the crime site, he won't like, yeah, mind and her, yes. So he won't find out. In reality, they don't seeing at the crime site, they won't do why that person did, but yeah, they do a lot of testing and other stuff to find out why that person did that particular crime. So looking at the site, nothing would happen. Sports psychology, this is a new thing which is happening now. Basically these people work with psychologists. The sports psychologists basically work with sports person. So any sports person will have a lot of issues. So these people will help them to overcome their fear and other stuff, so that they can excel in their speed. Next is social psychology, which is basically dealing with the society, and it has clear, I mean, as per the word you can find out, it basically deals with the society. So what is the skill of a psychologist? So what anybody expect if you want to be a psychologist? What is the actual characteristic you need to be as a psychologist? Yeah, empathic, patience, analysis, fine.
For now.
Yeah, listening power. So yeah, it's like a lot of responses have come. As a psychologist or as a psychiatrist, person should be empathic. They should have an effective communication skill. So that is also more important. Soft spoken, yeah, they should be understanding. They should have a lot of patience to listen to the particular person problem. So and he has to be a good listener. So if a person is not empathic or he is not patient enough, do you think a client would stay with that person? But the client would follow that counselor? I don't think so. So if you're not going to listen to that particular person's problem and you're not going to solve, then it is not, I mean, that client won't be happy with the counselor. So we will go for careers in psychology. So as I have, yeah, they have to go in depth of the problem and listen to them carefully. As Naseem Begum said, it is correct. So what are the careers in psychology? Once you finish your MA in psychology, MA or MSc in psychology, ex-clinical psychology, MA in psychology would be sufficient enough with your specialization. MPhil, MA clinical psychology alone, you have to, if you want to be called as a clinical psychologist, then you have to do MPhil from a RCI registered institute, which has been registered, which has been put up in the RCI website. So please, there is an entrance exam you have to clear. You have a required percentage that has to be achieved in your MA, and then only you can do your MPhil. So once you finish your MPhil is again 2-year course. Once you finish your MPhil, then you have to register yourself with the RCI to get your license. Then you can call yourself as a clinical psychologist. So whatever your testing and other stuff you do, then if you're an MPhil RCI licensed psychologist, then only your test is even valid. So the next psychologist after your MA and you've done your specialization in counseling psychology. So you can be a counseling psychologist where you can have a clients for marital relationship. You can deal with marital relationship, child psychology. You can work with children's. You can work with emotional problems, anxiety, depression, and if it is required, you can work along with a psychiatrist to. Apart from private practice, you can work with a psychiatrist also, so that you can understand better how far the person depression is going on or how far the anxiety is going on. Why the psychiatrist involvement is there? Because at times people might be taking medicines also. So you have to understand what kind of medicine they are taking and what is their side effect for it. And criminal psychologist, I already told you, it is a study which is basically goes into deeply into why the crime has happened. So that you can see them in law, and they basically work with police and law agencies. Sports psychologists, they are the psychologists who motivate people, a sports person, to do a better job in their particular field. Business psychology, the business psychology is one of the specialization which happen, I mean, which has been a recent one, where they give you ideas for the new entrepreneurs how to proceed further with the business, how the business goes on, how it happens, I mean, what all techniques they have to use. Okay, and if there is any problem goes on, depression, I mean, if a person is going on loss, how to overcome the loss, how they feel. So they give an emotional support. So business psychologist is that one who gives an emotional support for the new entrepreneurs and other stuff. So community psychology is again like a social psychology, where it deals with the community as such, and they basically do a research work. So school psychologist, so school psychologist is again a counselor, you call it nowadays, and each and every school has a school psychologist. So they basically work with children, they find out a problem, what is their actual issues all about, and why they wanted to, I mean, what is the thing which is lagging the children. So they do couple of tests and they find out, and they help them to achieve the school grades and other things. And if you see special education psychologist, is basically it's a field of psychology where they do research. It is more than a school psychologist. They help you out to do the research work on education part. So this particular education, whatever is teaching now, is it okay for the student or not, or should we reduce the syllabus? Those kind of things, they do a research work. So this is just an example I'm telling you. There are a lot more things what education psychologists do. Okay, and special educators, this is also one of the very common profession in psychology, where special there are a lot of kids who have been analyzed with learning disabilities or ADHD. A lot of things happen. So special educators have been, once the school psychologists conclude that this person has this kind of problem, then the they would suggest a special educator, and then the special educator comes into the picture, will help the particular student to proceed further. They would give them a moral support, they give them support to write exam, they teach them, they're lagging behind, a lot of things they do as a special educator. And rehabilitation psychology, as you know, rehabilitation psychology, it's again a psychology which it is like, mostly you can see rehabilitation psychologists in hospitals and other stuff, where a person wanted to overcome a particular fear or whatever, you can see, or addiction and other things, where they wanted to rehabilitate themselves, where they wanted to come out of it. So the rehabilitation psychologists, you can find it in mostly in hospitals. And I have not seen, I mean, there are private practice people also who do deal with rehabilitation psychologists, but they generally be available in the hospital only. And neuropsychologists, they are psychologists who deal with mental problems like schizophrenia. They deal with strokes, then bipolar, those kind of neuro disorders. Basically, they deal with neuro disorders, and they work hand in hand with psychiatrists. Like clinical psychologists, they also work with hand in hand with neuropsychologists. So I think I have covered most of all the points of careers in psychology. Apart from that, you have a lot of things like you can do teaching also, you can do research. A psychologist will do, after completing your psychology, you can do research, teaching, you can write essays, you can do animal research, human research. There are a lot more things to do from after completing psychology. Psychology is the only subject where you can have a varied thing, where you can I mean, person can engage himself in any department, any field. So any other doubts you have apart from this careers in psychology? So can I move further? Okay, so now you can see colleges which in India, what all colleges which is offering psychology courses. So there are colleges which is like offering BA courses, and there are colleges which is offering MA courses. So to name few, NIMANS is one which is based out in Bangalore, which offers post graduation course. Amity, you have different Amity colleges. You have University of Calcutta, you have Sophia College in Mumbai, you have Christ University, you have TIS, you have SNDT, Presidency College of Chennai, Xavier's, Madras School of Social Work are few. So depends on your location, depends on the one you wanted. These are the topmost colleges which offer psychology course. And if you see psychology course or university which provides abroad, if you wanted to study psychology in abroad, so these are the topmost university as per the ranking of 2019. These are the topmost university which offer psychology courses. So, and if you wanted to go for these courses, then you have to check out on the site and on the college website their qualification, what is a credential is all about, and if you, I mean, what specialization they wanted. And if you wanted to study outside India, apart from this university, which are the countries which is like best for psychology? Austria, Italy, France, Australia, Denmark, USA, London, China, and Japan. So Austria, as you know, it is the eminent psychologist place. So you have a research lab in Austria. So Austria is the topmost one. So so that is the places you have. So I have gone through all the slides. Now I have got a couple of questions, lot of questions also to be answered. So I like to answer each one of them. Okay. Can I start? So the first question was like, okay. What is the difference between PsyD and PhD? Okay, the first question is difference between PsyD and PhD. PsyD is a doctoral degree, okay, in psychology only. Where in RCI register, you have to do it from RCI registered college, and basically PsyD has a lot of practical knowledge. Okay, that is what PsyD is. Basically, PsyD is, and only a person who has done his MA or MPhil, who has done his MA MPhil in clinical psychology can do PsyD. But whereas counseling psychology, people can't do PsyD because it's purely into testing. PhD is it's a doctoral degree. You can do it from any university, and it's more of into a theoretical knowledge. And you would be presenting a lot of papers, journals, and other stuff. That is what PhD is. Hope that clears you. Okay, the next question. Hope that, I mean, Adishri, is it okay with you? PsyD courses are generally provided abroad. What is the scope of master or PsyD programs abroad? PsyD courses are available in India also, Shruti. You have, if you go through the RCI site, you can find out colleges which is like offering PsyD courses in India, and scope PsyD. I Scope of masters or PsyD program abroad. See, masters or PsyD program, it's again you have to check on the site. If you go through the university where you wanted to do, please check the website. Depends on the country's license policy. You can check after finishing your. You can actually go through the site. The university site will help you out more about whether you can do the course from that particular country or not. But if you pursue your degree abroad and you wanted to practice in India, then you have to give an RCI exam here, get a license, then only you can practice here. Is it okay, Shruti? I think I've answered your question. What would be the next question? Okay. Can counseling psychologists do testing and provide therapy? And ma'am, what is the salary of a counselor in Delhi NCR? You're a counseling psychologist. Testing is basically done by a clinical psychologist, and a clinical psychologist can do it only after getting an RCI license. And counseling psychologist, you can do only the career counseling test. That is the only test you can do, and you can career counseling psychologist can do can provide therapy. But as per the salary in Delhi NCR, it should be roughly around 60,000 rupees on a contractual basis per. It should be roughly around 10,000. It should be around 10 to 60,000 rupees, and I think this Delhi person can help us out. And the next question would be, can parascience be a part of psychology? Okay, so Ishika, what is parascience as per your understanding? Hello, Ishika, are you there?
Ma'am, I'm audible.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I want to know that if the parascience like ghosts वगैरह, how it impact to the like psychologist? Is it any correlation between both of them?
See, there is a course in a couple of university which deals with parapsychology. Okay, so and I am not sure about it. So probably I think one of my senior can help me out, Vishwa, or anybody can help me out in parapsychology, because parapsychology is a course which is available in a couple of university.
So thanks actually, for putting that question out. I think parapsychology would deal a whole lot with, the synchronicity or I think near-death experiences. I think it has its roots in the subconscious and the unconscious functioning, purely stemming from a psychodynamic perspective. Hence, usually there are programs that specialize you in theories laid by Freud, like the workings of Freud, and parapsychology would be included in that. However, again, it's something that is not well known in India, considering that over here we have a really limited scope when it's about psychology. So abroad, definitely there are courses that offer this. I don't know whose question it was. I don't recall, but I hope
Ishan.
this answers your question.
It's Ishika.
Hi, Ishika. I hope it answers your question.
Yes, ma'am.
Super. So, Lakshmi, do you need me to read out the questions for you, and maybe you can just start answering them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Vishwa.
So,
Yeah.
the other question would be difference, I think, between counseling and clinical psychologists is something you've covered. What is the best way after completing MSc in counseling psychology? So, if they have done MSc in counseling psychology, how should they proceed?
So, which way you would like to answer on this? MSc after completing MSc in counseling psychology.
Yeah, sure. So, MSc in counseling psychologist, if you're recognized, so I suppose the British Psychological Society is something that qualifies you as a counseling psychologist, and even in the US, APA does have this degree. Once you're done with counseling psychology, you can do therapy, you can provide psychotherapy. However, in India, people who have done their MA in counseling psychologists are only qualified to take, they are not allowed to take any clients with psychological illnesses such as depression or anxiety. This is something that I came across in the Mental Health Act of 2017, and it clearly defines the roles of a clinical psychologist. So I think it was Pratima's question. Moving on to completed, so I think it's Shejo, if I'm pronouncing the name right, completed her or their masters in psychiatric nursing. Can I practice in psychology field? If no, what's my next step?
What's my next step I can do to get in touch with psychology? MSc in psychiatric nursing. So, Shiju, from where did you do the MSc in psychiatric nursing? Hello, is Shiju there? So based on this, I would start replying to it since Shiju is not able to answer. So assuming that you have done from one of the top colleges, it basically, if it is a 2-year program, then you can work as a nurse to diagnose and treat patient who has a psychotic disorder. So you can't practice alone like counseling psychology. I mean, you can't have a private practice as such, but you can work with the psychiatric ward along with the psychiatrist.
To answer the question about distance learning, no, it's not possible since psychology as a field requires a human touch. It requires you to have hands-on experience with clients face to face. Hence, distance learning not a good idea. Kritika is a BA graduate and had psychology as one of her subjects. So, can she pursue MA in psychology?
Yeah, you can pursue MA in psychology. Based on your interest, you can you can select your specialization. And so BA graduation, matlab BA in yeah, you can do it. MA you have one paper, psychology paper, so you can do your MA psychology from a recognized universities.
However, just to add to what she said, some colleges require complete 6 papers in psychology, and they do not permit you to pursue your masters if there are any less. So you can just check in with the college, and you may get a better idea. Aditi has asked if I'm interested in studying how we learn at different stages of life. Is that a part of development psychology? Yes, it is. Can we proceed med school if our preparatory course is BS psychology? I think that's a question by Dave. Again, Dave, I think this depends on the university where you're trying to pursue, where US does have the facilities based on the curriculum that you've covered, and if your credits match, then they do allow. Ma'am, if I want to do a job in abroad, so what are the expected moves?
It is same. It depends on the policies of that particular country. Wherever you wanted to work, I think you have to go through that place site and then find out the credential, and then you get it. Am I correct, Vishwa?
Yeah, also to add, Ishika, since US is primarily dominated or influenced by the American Psychological Association, you need to be qualified by the APA to be able to practice, and same for the British Psychological Association. In every country, they have their own psychology boards, which is different in Australia, different in Germany. You can take a look. At they do mention very clearly on their course structure, the website of the university, whether you can pursue or not.
But ma'am, if I want to do the job in abroad, so I have to clarify that APA wala exam.
Yes. A job in abroad, they don't qualify. People who have done their masters, they are not qualified enough to work as psychologists. Hence, it's going to be very important for you to and abroad, definitely PhD or PsyD is the only way to practice independently. Otherwise, you can't do a job.
So the next question would be, when can a counseling psychologist take client for anxiety and depressions?
So while India, I think functions now that the IACP has come out with the Indian Association of Clinical Psychology has come out with a circular, and as I mentioned, the Mental Health Act and the act also by NIMHANS suggests that counseling psychologists can not see clients with diagnosis. You can only work with symptoms. So if there is a diagnosis that needs to be given, if a client is diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder or anything of that sort, they have to be referred to a clinical psychologist. You can't take the sessions on. However, if there are issues such as conflict resolution, adjustment concerns, counseling psychologists can go ahead and do it.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi, Rashi.
Ma'am, I have a question. In Delhi University, there is a course BA Honors in Applied Psychology and Honors in Psychology. So, what is the difference between that?
Oh, I'm sorry. BA Honors in Psychology and
BA Honors in Psychology and BA Honors in Applied Psychology.
So, applied as a field would suggest that there is more, on-field work rather than, just in class studies. However, any course that is offered by a university differs, and you can just check the curriculum written on their website.
Ma'am, I am the student of Delhi University, currently pursuing applied psychology. And what will be my next step if I want to do organizational psychology or clinical one?
For applied psychology, depending on the papers you have studied, I think you can pursue MA in clinical and industrial both.
Can you guide me which are the best schools or colleges to start?
Lakshmi, would you like to answer this?
Yeah. So we have already, if you wanted to do your MA in psychology, so I've already listed a couple of colleges here. So you wanted to do in Delhi, then you have colleges in Delhi. You can do it from Delhi University also, which offers you MA in clinical psychology as well as industrial and organization psychology.
And what about areas in abroad, ma'am?
So you want to come again?
What about careers in abroad? Like which country is the best for pursuing that?
I think Vishwa has answered in the previous question that it's basic. Vishwa, can you continue on that?
Yeah, I think for clinical, it's the UK and US, which is outright the best, the two best countries for pursuing clinical. However, there are a whole lot of countries that are also working in terms of you know uh, organizational psychology, consumer psychology. So it depends on your specialization and then the curriculum you want to pursue, because I know people who have been to Canada to pursue business psychology, or people who, again, it's not just about the country, it's also about the city you're doing it from. So definitely do look in depth, because every university, the course could be the same, but the syllabus is very different.
Ma'am, what about if I want, like I am in a second year now, I am doing applied psychology. So what about internships and that sort of things?
As far as internships are concerned, you can definitely look based on your the study that you're doing. You can definitely reach out to different organizations in and around Delhi to help you with the same. Without a graduation or without a master's degree, you cannot. Not even graduation. I think without a master's degree, you cannot interact with clients. This is especially for clinical that I can say.
Or is a BA student can go for MSc in psychology?
Yes, definitely you can.
How can we do that for
It
masters? How can
depends
we
on the
apply for?
course, right? So any except for India, any other course in psychology, any specialization is certified to be MSc. You can apply either in India, which would be an MA degree, or outside, which would be an MSc degree. The criteria includes that you need to have completed your BA.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thanks for asking.
The next question would be
Okay. The next question is with what are the college who are the best to gain psychology experience and study? Ishika, I don't quite understand the question. If you could just elaborate a bit. What is the
Ma'am,
scope
I
of...
want to ask.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I'm audible to you,
Haan,
ma'am?
you are.
Ma'am, I'm asking that which are the colleges on, like, what are the colleges on which I can attend and gain the best, like, what are the best colleges for psychology?
Lakshmi,
in
would you
India.
like to add?
Yeah, you're talking about India, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what would be the specialization if you see?
I want to be a clinical psychologist. So
Okay, and you want...
I'm pursuing my BSc degree in SGT University, which
Okay.
which has correlation with RCI. So
Okay.
is it okay to continuing in it? So I'm just a little bit confused.
So your voice is also breaking. I'm not able to hear Ishika.
I'm audible, ma'am?
Yeah, now you're audible.
Ma'am, I want to ask, I'm pursuing my BSc degree in
Okay.
SGT University,
Okay.
which has a correlation with the RCI.
I can't seriously hear you. Your voice is getting low.
Ma'am, I'm audible?
Yeah.
Ma'am, I want to ask, which are the best colleges in India which give the internships and like study material of psychology?
For pursuing your MA or MSc, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you have different colleges. You have a Presidency College, which is good for MSc course. You have Ferguson from Pune, Indraprastha in Delhi. You have Christ Bangalore. TIS is also a good college, which gives you a good psychology course, MSc and MSc course.
Just to add, for TIS, you'll have to give a TISNET exam, like to be means like an eligible means like a candidate for that course. So you can just check it out online. If in case you're interested in this, you can check for the testnet exam.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
Ma'am, can you tell me the format of can you tell me the format of doctorate in psychology, like PhD in India? How we can apply
You
for that?
Okay, so you can actually PhD in psychology. There are a lot of colleges which offers PhD in psychology. You have to clear your NEET exam. Okay, then after clearing your NEET exam, then apply for the particular college. So this would help you out to avoid entrance in that particular college. So the NEET exam, you can even give ACT exam also.
Ma'am, some colleges have particular exams, like we don't have to give a NEET exam. They have a particular exam for that university, and we have to give interview and exam.
No, 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 no. It is not like that. You have to clear your NEET.
Okay. So we can do PhD from a distance, or we have to go for a regular college?
See, PhD, it is like there are colleges which gives you different, distance course also. But you have to visit the college. You have to do either you can do a part time or a full time course.
Ma'am, is there any chance in India we can do a diploma courses in hypnosis, and like foreign countries offer that courses, no?
India, yeah, a lot of colleges. Nahi, there are a lot of institute which offer hypnotherapy and all. That you can check in the you can check online for the hypnotherapy course. There is no the colleges doesn't offer hypnotherapy and all.
So it's beneficial according to your point of view?
See, it depends on the way you're going to. How you're going to treat a person. It would be an added advantage for you to counsel a person. That's it. Any
Okay, ma'am.
any therapy is a beneficial only. You can't say that particular therapy is not beneficial.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So, Natasha, in your opinion, which of the following alternative is better? Pursuing MPhil clinical psychology just after completing MA clinical psychology, or look for a job as a psychologist after completing the degree of MA clinical psychology? Does possessing some of job experience increase the chance of securing admission for MPhil? No, it is not like that. So you can, after finishing your MA clinical psychology, you can directly apply for MPhil. There is no, experience is not required for doing an MPhil.
I think there's a question from Adishri. What does a neuropsychologist do?
So I've already explained to you what the neuropsychologists do. I'm sorry. So neuropsychologists, they actually work along with the psychiatrists, neuropsychiatrists. They basically deal with neuro disorders. So neurological problems like schizophrenia, bipolar, those kind of patients they generally treat with.
I'm just sorry, I'll just have to step in here. Neuropsychologists work with neurological concerns which include epilepsy, Parkinson's, dementia, brain injury. They purely deal with any system that goes wrong inside of your brain. So neuro, which is spinal cord and your brain, and psychology, which is the study of the brain and the nervous system. So that is what the neuropsychologist does. What should be my approach to switch my career from IT background to psychology field? I think, usually it's preferred if you have done your bachelor's in psychology. However, there are courses out there that offer you 1 or 2 year programs in psychology. But please remember, these people are not allowed to practice as independent professionals. Aditi, what is the role of child psychologist? Would you like to answer this?
Mishra, I think you can take it forward here.
Okay, so child psychologists basically are those professionals that work with children right from the age of a few months and starting and up till they're teenagers. So after the teenage, it's then the clinical psychologist who can work in tandem with the child psychologist to assist the development in a more smoother and easier way. Netherlands also has a great scope of clinical and research psychology. Yes, it certainly does. Great universities out there. Depending on the program that you want to pick, you can definitely go ahead. And I think to just name a few that I really liked were Groningen, Radboud, and there's one more. Sorry, I can't recall the name, but yes, definitely these are universities that are great. On which stage of study in psychology internship should be started? Definitely after your master's, not before that, because unless and until you're not done with master's, you can't even be there as an observer for any of the cases. I would like to know, where can I get certified to work as psychotherapist? Um, as I mentioned, there are courses, and as I think Lakshmi also mentioned, there are courses that do certify you as an REBT practitioner. But remember, these courses are just not restricted to a week or a day. They are courses that have different levels. Even after you pursue them, you cannot practice as a REBT, so rational emotive behavior therapist, because that will require you to have your MA or MPhil in that matter. But you can definitely use strategies from that to help you. I think Ishika, can you hear now? Because is anyone else facing the issue? Kritika Prasad, can I practice as a clinical psychologist after completing MPhil in clinical psychology? Yes, you can, if you are recognized by an RCI university or a college. So how is clinical psychologist different than a neuropsychologist? Clinical psychologists cannot work with neurological concerns. They know what Parkinson's would look like, what dementia would look like, but they cannot do the treatment. Whereas a neuropsychologist is specialized in the treatment to work with stroke, to work with autism, to work with any sort of other neurological illnesses, including even cerebral palsy to that matter, and any form of brain injury. So after, if I have suffered a brain injury, the neurologist, the neurosurgeon will go to the neurologist will go to the neuropsychologist. Main function of the neuropsychologist is to do compensation of cognitive functions such as memory, attention, planning, which are disturbed. A neuropsychologist can help you either restore them or help you how to compensate them. Any other questions?
Ma'am,
Yes, Ishika.
ma'am, I want to know that if I'm doing my bachelor's degree, so after which degree or after which stage it is important to take internship?
As I said, after masters, after bachelor's, you can definitely work with a practicing psychologist or a therapist. However, no interaction with clients is permitted. It's ethically not correct. After your masters, you can again start observership, but cannot see independent clients unless and until you are a certified clinical psychologist after doing your MPhil.
So, what are the best places for gaining internships?
I think that really depends on where you stay, your area. Maybe psychologists practicing there, you can get in touch with them if they are allowing you to do so.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Great. Just the last couple of questions. Is shadow teacher and remedial teacher come under psychology? No, they don't. And if yes, what are the criteria? No. shadow or remedial teachers. So for shadow teacher, you have to either do your B.Ed or M.Ed to that is Masters in Education to help you then work as a shadow teacher. Second, if you have to work, I'm sorry, as a remedial, then there are special educator programs that you need to take them up. Do you have an evaluation? I'm sorry, I think someone was talking.
No. You have an evaluation link as a requirement to get a certificate. That is Dave Ron's question.
Evaluation link as a requirement to get a certificate. I'm sorry, Dave, I don't understand the question.
Theo's part, his question is, what is the scope of research in India, particularly in cognitive and development psychology line?
What is the scope of research in India? There are certain organizations. I'm sorry, I don't know how did that get
missed out.
Yeah, but definitely there are researches happening in the field of cognitive. I think there is National Brain Research Center to actually help you study all of this. However, very limited in India, considering that I think research is still something that our country is developing and working on. So it is going to take some time, especially in India, but definitely outside of India, there are a whole lot of opportunities.
So to add on with Vishwa, there is CBCS Allahabad is a one for cognitive psychology, and it has been world-renowned institute.
Right. Okay, I think we are just going to close for questions now. You have the email IDs and all the contact details right up on the screen for you. Please, check them out, and you can definitely get in touch with us.
Also, the link of today's session will be up on our YouTube channel in a few days. So those who were previously asking us if we will be sharing a link with you all, so you all can check our YouTube channel for the session. Also, I would like to share with you all that we have we have a lot of psychology courses on our portal online for BA and BSc. So you can check the link. I will just put the link in the chat box. Okay, it's shared. So you can check this link and you can register for our online psychology coaching services. Similarly, we have counseling sessions that are going to start at just rupees 500, in which you'll be getting 2 sessions by our RCI licensed psychologists. So if you or someone in your circle needs to go for counseling, or if you all want to talk about anything, you all are free to come and approach us for the same. We also have a psychology exam preparation module. So this basically consists of all our undergraduate psychology subjects, topics, units, subjective notes. Then you have figures, you have your like objective questions, your research, everything. So it has everything as per the courses in India. You can sign up for that as well, and you will be provided with an entire set of notes for all of this. Similarly, we also have copy editing services. So for copy editing, it's for all those who are into research and dissertations, and those who need to do maybe a research paper for their PhDs or something of that sort. So we have got a lot of professionals on our site who will check your articles, your research papers, etc. So for that, you can probably sign up on the link which is there in the the chat box, and we'll be basically checking your format, your your grammar, your vocabulary, your some sort of an error if you have in the papers, and it will all be up to the styles which we follow in the field of psychology. So these are all our services which we are providing, and all the links which are there in the public chat. And I urge you all to go and please register on those links for all the services which you need. And if you need any other further assistance, you may feel free to contact us. We've already shared all our means at the contact details. You can call or text on our phone number as well, or you can follow us on all the social media handles, and we can approach, and like you can like approach us for the same.
On mute. I was on mute, sorry. But great session, guys. Amazing. Thanks for all the questions that you have come up with. Looking forward to keeping in touch, and feel free to reach out.
The feedback form link will also be shared with you all, like as soon as we are done with the session. So you all can fill that up for us too. And the
Yes.
recording will be shared on our YouTube channel. So you can check up for that on the YouTube channel.
Any concerns that you are facing with any of the services, please email us so that we are able to better address those concerns. Because we do understand that there are technical errors at times that happen. So we can definitely figure them out and get back to you. Okay. Great meeting with you all. Thanks, Lakshmi, for conducting. Thanks, Asta, for hosting this amazingly well.
Thank
And
you so much for being a part of this. And thank you all for being such a lovely audience and making the entire session so like informative and nice. And I hope to see the same strength in all of our services and for our future seminars which we will
the
hold.
feedback link will be circulated to you all shortly once we are done with the session. Okay, super. And hoping to see you all soon.
Bye.
Bye.